Yo, what's going on, guys? And with Darvin Ham being fired, we got to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers coaching candidates. Shout out Jovan Buha and Shams Charania of The Athletic. Here are the coaching candidates that we're hearing. So basically, JJ Redick, Tyronn Lue, Mike Budenholzer are among the names that people are saying could maybe become the coach. Now, the Lakers conducted a multi-day, I guess, like evaluation, and have decided after being eliminated by Denver Nuggets in the first round, they're going to move a different way. So, what does that mean for the franchise? Obviously, this is a team that I think has. It was the rotations with Darvin Ham wasn't good, and I think they want to bring a players coach again, either a guy who's won a championship like a Budenholzer, or they want to go ahead and get a guy like JJ Redick that they think is going to be creative offensively, or again Tyronn Lue, that's someone that Mr. LeBron has trusted. So Mike Budenholzer, Kenny Atkinson, JJ Redick are the three likely ones. Tyronn Lue would immediately become another candidate if he were to be fired or available, but he's only going to be the room. I guess if they get eliminated in the first round, maybe that happens. But Mike Budenholzer, the former Atlanta Hawks and champion with the Milwaukee Bucks, Kenny Atkinson, current Golden State and assistant. I honestly think right here, these are good options. I think Kenny Atkinson does more of a player development coach. JJ Redick, or he has a relationship with LeBron. That one will be interesting. So why these three dudes? So Mike Budenholzer won a championship with Bucks in 2021. He was an assistant coach under the Spurs. Greg Popovich then got with the Hawks, had that great run with the Hawks when they had that team with Kyle Korver, Al Horford, Paul Millsap, Jeff Teague. And then he went to the Bucks, won a championship. Kenny Atkinson was part of that rebuild with the Brooklyn Nets. He helped them, put everything back together. And then he was fired when the Big Three happened in Brooklyn with Kevin Durant and all that. And he almost became the Charlotte Hornets coach, but went back to Golden State. Now, JJ Redick is probably the one that everyone is most intrigued by, as Redick has become a hot coaching candidate, in part because of his podcasts. Everyone thinks he's like a basketball IQ genius. The former 15-year NBA veteran who retired about 3 years ago has no coaching experience, but because he's a sharp basketball mind, the idea is that he's going to be an easy fit with his, knowing how to deal with players, knows how to communicate. And he also already has a rapport with Mr. LeBron. I do think it's interesting when you look at the situation. What should they do? I think it's definitely up to what they believe is the best fit. I personally think you either go Mike Budenholzer, proven guy, knows how to coach an offense, knows how to coach a defense, or you go and get JJ Redick. But in my opinion, I just think sitting here and thinking that a guy like Kenny Atkinson, no offense to Kenny, I mean, Kenny's probably a great coach, but I just don't see them benefiting from they either got to go for a non-commodity to a legit commodity like a Ty Lue or a Mike Budenholzer. Now, how realistic is Mike Budenholzer? I mean, not Mike Budenholzer, Ty Lue. I think if they get eliminated in the first round, it's a bit more likely, but if they don't, it's maybe. I think them having the option to get a young guy like JJ, probably on the cheap, could be good. But Ty Lue, I think, who will be hired if he were to be fired. But I just don't know what's going to happen there, because they could even lose and still not fire him, because you don't move on from coaches like Tyronn Lue. Those are like guys that don't grow on trees. So that is my 2 cents on that matter. Let me hear your guys' thoughts. Bye.